Welcome to The Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond Experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time-tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX owner and chief marketing officer. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX owner and editor-in-chief, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
Hey, Kels.
Paige, how are you?
I am good. I am about to be out of office, so I'm great.
Wrapping it up. Get out of here. Don't mind if you do. What time do you officially take off? We're recording Monday. You take off tomorrow.
I do. We are getting dropped off at the airport. Well, we're leaving at 10:30. Our flight is at 1 to Detroit because Holly didn't want to drive up to Dulles.
Yeah.
To get I'm fine with that, driving to Dulles and then having a one-way, but she wanted to leave from Richmond, which is fine. It's when we come back that's hard with the 2-hour drive, when we just want to be home. So we are flying to Detroit for our connection, and then we are there for 3 hours, but we will be in a lounge. And then we fly to Paris at 6:00 at night for a red eye.
Oh, wow. So long day. That is always a debate I feel like we're having too, where it's it's never the trip out. It's always you're thinking about the trip back, where it's I'd be fine doing whatever to get out there, but I know by the time I come back, I don't want to be adding a 2-hour drive from the airport home.
It's always, and you're always just so tired, and it's a lot. So I get it. It just, there's that connection, which just is what it is.
It's understandable. It's always a debate though, which is the lesser of two evils. I still don't know.
I've been emailing people for a month and I'm still not getting responses. And I'm like, come on, guys.
Right. I'm trying to get this stuff out the door.
Yeah. So it's just we queue everything up. Well, I queue everything up and then it's just good to go for you. So you could just kind of put it out the door. We try and make it as easy as we can on one another.
Right. It is very much like an assembly line situation that you've fine-tuned over the years. Like you said, get everything set up to go and then I push it out. So here we go.
I feel like the springtime's always hard to leave Richmond because there's just so much going on. I like to vacation in January and February when it's dead here.
Right. Or even the middle of the summer after everybody's already exhausted and just ready for fall. There's a little dead period.
Yeah, in August. It's just so hot. Nobody wants to do anything.
Right.
So I feel like I am missing out on a few things, but it's okay. There's always next year.
Of course, there are things happening all the time and you got to celebrate, your honeymoon. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes. And which leads us, we will not have an episode next week. We
Correct.
are going to be taking that off. So this episode has a few things that you can be doing next week as well. So we kind of just wanted to take a little break for the pod. Oh, and if you are not a member, we just launched a free newsletter. We kind of soft launched it a few weeks ago. And I put the reel out last week, so it's kind of official. But yeah, we have a little email newsletter. You get a free guide, our ultimate Richmond bucket list with 45 things that you need to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond. And so you get that for free. And then you kind of get a taste of what we offer. And then hopefully, you join us as a member.
Yeah, you find it to be a useful resource. And then you're like, I need more of this. And you dive right in. That's the hope.
That's the hope.
Yeah, check that out. Good reminder, Paige. We haven't, I guess, talked about that officially outside of, our own meetings.
Yeah, I know. It's we do so much behind the scenes. I kind of forget to even talk about it.
Right. It's oh, okay, fantastic. That project is wrapped up. It's yeah, did you say that to anybody else except each other?
Yeah.
Sometimes no.
Yeah. So I need a reminder to share about it and tell folks about it. So there you have it.
check it out. Check it out. I'm so excited about it. It's so fun. I signed myself up in like the testing period of it. And even I've been enjoying like, oh, another email from the Richmond Experience. How fun.
Even though you wrote them.
Yeah, like I wrote it. So it's like a letter to me. Cute. I'll take it.
Yes. So fun. And yeah, richmondexperience.com/newsletter.
There you go. Check it out.
Let's dive in. So what to eat, drink, see, and do in RVA this week and next week, if you so desire. And you're up first with eat.
Yes. So we'll kind of do like a twofer here because I was reminded actually by you, Paige, that we are in the midst of strawberry picking season. I don't want people to forget that because it is very fleeting. May, in my experience, I feel like if you don't get out there in May, you got to wait until next May. Chesterfield Berry Farm is my favorite. You actually get your basket first, get your berries, they weigh it for you, and then you just pay the cost of what you got. But it's a very like nice, relaxing way to spend a beautiful day in May. You can go home and make different smoothies, etc. with it. It's just like a nice thing to do this time of year before it gets too sweltering. It is very like wide open, no shade or anything like that. So if you've got kids with you, or even, if you're, going on your own and need a sunscreen reminder, definitely bring like your hat, sunscreen, and water because it can get kind of like roasty toasty out there. But generally speaking, it's just such like it's one of my favorite things to do this time of year.
And their Instagram's adorable. Just Chesterfield Berry Farm with like all the little strawberries. The kids eating them. It's adorable.
Now, since we're kind of like beefing this up for our listeners because we're going to be next week, I also wanted to call attention to the fact that Mother's Day and Father's Day are, of course, right around the corner. To me, that means breakfast, brunch, sweet treats are top of mind. So I wanted to let people know that we also have a new donut guide for 5 of our favorites to shop in the Richmond area. It's very hard for me to narrow down which is my favorite, but I think I'm going to zero in on country style donuts and then encourage you to check out the rest of the list. As our writer said, country style might look like your standard donut shop from the outside, but don't let it fool you. With dozens of flavors made fresh daily, there's a lot more going on here than just glazed. It's still got that no fuss, grab a box and go energy, just with way more choices than you were expecting. I feel like that's an accurate assessment of the situation. It's like very classic yet thorough.
It is cute. Are you a donut person?
It's the kind of thing where it's like, ooh, a donut sounds really good right now. If that's the vibe, I'm like, I'm all about it.
I'm not. I'm definitely a bagel girl. I'm definitely savory. I'm not.
You know what? You don't even have to say. I feel like if I had to pick between the two, it would be too difficult. I feel like now I've got such donut. I've got donut on the brain. So I feel like, oh my God, I could never do officially without donuts. Because I do love a bake. I'm more savory generally speaking too. So I guess like between the two, I don't know.
I mean, I never used to be. I was definitely like a sweet girly pop until recently. I think it's just my age, I guess. I don't know. Just give me a bagel and some cream cheese or a bagel sandwich and I'm a happy girl.
That's all you need. I mean, that sounds delicious too. Honestly, any sort of breakfast brunch situation for Mother's Day or for a Saturday at this time of year.
And then for drink, I don't think we've mentioned the Ultimate Wine Guide on here yet. So I kind of rounded up a very extensive list on the Richmond wine scene. And it is a very detailed guide covering wine bars, including all the corkage fees. I tell folks what a corkage fee is because when I go to Jordan, people often are like, wait, why do I have to pay $10 extra? And so I give folks a little education at the top to know what you're getting into. And then it goes into wine shops, it goes into wine delivery, it goes into urban wineries, it goes into Virginia wineries within 45 minutes of Richmond. And it also goes into restaurants with great wine lists, in my opinion. And so I'm just going to pick a few things that I think are really cool. And for Wine Bar, I'm going to talk about Leek and Thistle because I do not think it gets enough credit or just hype about what it is. First and foremost, it is a ready-made meal. spot. So Leek and Thistle, you go in and it's half bar and then half like refrigerated frozen food that is all like handmade and delicious. Their offerings are amazing. They're often at local farmers markets where you could pick up ready-made meals. Like Holly and I do it when we're in a pinch. They're delicious. But what sets it apart is your chance to taste wine with a master som. There's only one, or there's only four in the whole state of Virginia, and we have one right here in Richmond. His name is Robert. Um, and another thing is there are only 172 members of Masters of Psalms in the United States, and only 270 worldwide. It's like if you ever watch the documentary Psalm, where they line up like 8 wines in front of you, 4 white, 4 red. They literally smell it and they're like, "This is a white Burgundy, 1974." Chateau Margaux, and like it's just so cool. So as I love to nerd out, when I was studying for my WSET level 3, I would go in there and I would just have Robert like kind of pour me 4 wines. He does they're not like tastings, but you can get a flight of 4 wines for $25, and it's just really fun. I often just have him pick them for me and then I enjoy it. You can enjoy a bottle there. There's a $10 corkage fee. And then he also offers these private wine dinner experiences that I've always wanted to do, but I haven't. So yeah, I just don't think it gets enough love or credit for how cool and honestly what a privilege it is to have that in Richmond. So get on over to Leek and Thistle. I would say a caveat about them is that they close early at like 7. So this is like a grab a drink before dinner spot kind of thing. So you kind of have to plan it out. It's not like you can go there after dinner and have a glass of wine like Jarden.
Okay, so more of like a coordinated effort.
Yeah, you have to think about it. But it's just such a cool vibe. Like love everything about it. Yes.
I love that too. I would never know any of that because this is just, I have no background in this. So, what great education for me and the listeners.
I mean, when I first met Robert, so I think I was at Hatch Local back when it was a food hall, and they were like putting on this event, and I was there. And Robert came up to me and he was like, "Hey, I follow your Instagram." And immediately I think of the Richmond Experience. And he was like, "No, no, no, your wine one." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Sorry, oftentimes people know me from the Richmond Experience. And he was like, he handed me his card and it has the Master Psalm like emblem on it. And I like looked at it and I like looked at him and I was like, "I've never met a Master Psalm before." And he was like, "Well, now you have. My name is Robert."
Oh my gosh.
I was like geeking out. Like that is like my type of A-list celebrity.
Of course, like in your field of learning.
So, and just ever since then, like he's been a very good friend and mentor, and I love what him and his wife are doing with Leek and Thistle, and just very good people. So we love when it's full circle. And then for wine shops, there are so many favorites. It's hard to choose one. I'll go with Barrel Thief because I love Booth. That is the owner of Barrel Thief. He's a very cool wine dude too that I have met in my wine world. But he has a little bit of everything there. They have wine classes offered regularly. So if you do want to learn more about wine, he offers that. And then additionally, they do wine trips. I know they're going to Spain soon. Actually, it might be like while we're gone, in the next couple of weeks. So if you haven't been to Barrel Thief, get over there. He offers different like wine clubs and all sorts of things. And don't be intimidated to ask questions. I know a lot of people are when it comes to wine. And then lastly, I'm going to give you a winery to visit within 45 minutes of Richmond. And I'm going to go with Grey Haven. I love Grey Haven. It was founded in 1978 and it's the state's 22nd farm winery. And now there's over 300 in Virginia. So it's just very cool. Like they've been around the block. But I love it for its like laid back and it's kind of whimsical. It reminds me of like a Hobbit layer. It's very cool. But they do produce small batch Virginia wines, but the winemaker is also South African. And so he also has a curated selection of South African wines that you can enjoy. And so oftentimes their tastings are a little bit of Virginia with a little bit of South African. And you can just enjoy it there. They have traditional tastings, which are really hard to come by anymore. And you can get glasses and bottles, and don't miss their cheese boards. Their cheese boards are like one of my favorite things about them. It is just very cool, but it's about 40 minutes outside of Richmond. And so it makes a fun little getaway.
Oh, nice too. Especially if you don't want to pull like a full Charlottesville day. It sounds like it get a little bit more of an abbreviated trip for, same kind of deliciousness. And then for C this week, we're kind of doing that thing that we do where it's sort of like a see and a do type of thing, because I'm suggesting you do the Richmond Hot Air Balloon Festival, which is happening this Friday and Saturday. This is different from Sky Glow, which you might remember us talking about or writing about last year, which Henrico County, I believe, was putting on. They may be putting it on again this year.
I haven't seen anything about it.
I was going to say,
it was just too busy last year. Like it was insane.
They gave it a shot at Crump Park last year, and I tried to get over there and it was impossible, at least for us. And I think a lot of people had a similar experience. But for the folks that did get in, I heard great things. So I don't know if they maybe need to do some more fine tuning before they would do it again. I also haven't seen much information come out about it. And like, if we're approaching that time of year, perhaps it's not happening this year, but have no fear, because this one's been ongoing for a while now. It happens over at the Meadow Event Park near King's Dominion, where like the state fair takes place and things of the like. It starts at $23 to get in, and it starts at 5 p.m. both evenings. And it's essentially just a bunch of tethered hot air balloons lit up in the sky for the evening, along with food trucks, live music, and other entertainment for you to enjoy. But you can either watch the hot air balloons or pay a little bit extra to ride a tethered hot air balloon as well.
Are you going to do that?
As I think I might have said when we discussed Sky Glow, absolutely not. This is not for me. I'm a very much feet on the ground type of person.
I'm going in one, I think, in Champaign. I mean, it's not real, but it's not like a real one. It's the one in Epernay. And so it is very tethered to the ground, and it's mostly a tourist thing that I want to do. I was the girly pop that went all the way up to the Eiffel Tower and had the glass of champagne. Yes.
Yeah.
Holly is deathly afraid of heights, as am I, but I also propelled down the Dominion building, so therefore I could do anything.
Of course.
And so I think I would do it.
I would be so nervous. Of course, I do have a lot of kids in my own personal home team crew, and I can see at least one of them being interested. So I might be parent pressured into this.
Would Matt do it?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Matt's like skydiving, skydiving multiple times. I've repeatedly asked this man to not do that ever again. He won't listen to me.
I don't think I'd skydive. I don't know. I have been asked for the Richmond Experience to skydive, and our previous owner, Sam, was like, "You're not allowed." Not when I own this thing.
There's no insurance that could cover.
No, you're not allowed. I was like, okay.
Absolutely not. No, I think Matt has gone skydiving at least twice, possibly 3 times. He would like to go again with our children as they get older. And I'm like shooting that idea down immediately. Absolutely not.
Wow, that is insane.
I know, but he apparently likes it. I can't relate. I can't even kind of relate to that.
Oh my gosh. Can he just like go out, or does somebody have to push him?
You know what? That's a good question. I have to. One time
I run out in like.
I feel like the way that he's done it in the past, you're almost kind of like, from what I can tell in my watching POV. Yeah, like you're kind of like nudged, I feel like. So you're going either way.
Yeah, I think I'd vomit.
It's not for me. Even talking about it right now, I'm like, wow, this is making me queasy to even think about, like, especially my older age. Like, are you kidding? I can't even do like a roller coaster without being like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna vom right now. It's not for me. But
Okay, sorry. Went totally off topic. Okay, so we're just gonna look at the pretty hot air balloons all lit up in the sky.
exactly. I'll be there for the observation of it all, see the gorgeousness. I have plans to share about it on social media, so you can watch our page for that. And if you are so inclined to go, FYI, it's happening this weekend, check it out.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then lastly, for me, this is due, and we are going to talk about Dominion Energy Riverrock, which is happening May 15th through 17th. So this isn't this weekend, it will be next weekend. This is one thing that I am missing, and I am a little sad about it, but Riverrock will be here next year. So I can't get too upset. But it is the nation's leading outdoor festival. It typically happens around Browns Island, but we all know that Browns Island is closed right now for the big renovation. So a lot of the music this year is happening at Allianz Amphitheater, which is really exciting. But there are a lot of events that you can do, like mountain biking, yoga, fishing competitions, bouldering, running, etc. So you just go online and you can sign up for any of the activities. But it's also fun to just watch. Like the flying air dogs are always fun. And another cool thing that they do are little stations that you can test things out, like slacklining. I think last year they had like the water skimboard thing, which was really fun. It's even just fun to watch, and all you have to do is sign a waiver, and it's free to try, which is very cool. But yes, like I said, a lot of things are now happening at Allianz. 11 bands will take the stage there. So something for everyone to do. Starts Friday night, goes Saturday all day, and Sunday most of the day into the evening. But you can learn more at riverrockrva.com for the full schedule, activity zones, all the things. But it's always fun. I like to watch the bouldering too, and the slack lines.
Yeah, I really like the slacklining. I love the air dogs. It's very fun
Oh,
to
yeah.
like watch them do their little tricks and stuff. It's so entertaining. Slacklining is good. I like even just watching, like, I guess like depending on how they do it this year, the kayaking is fun to watch. There's so many good things to like, walk around and see.
Yeah, and take in. It is a really cool festival to just kind of enjoy, walk around, take the kids.
Yeah.
They have they have a beer with Hardywood.
Right.
Yeah, lots and lots of things going on. So
Just
make
fun.
sure you add that to your calendar.
Yes. And we will miss you, and we'll see you after all that wraps up to give you more information in the following week after Riverrock.
Yes, we will be back mid-May. And that wraps us up. So thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond Experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond Experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all-access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code CHATTER to get $10 off your first year subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA2. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz's Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.